I was gonna say his name and ID number, but it's fine.
Yeah, please don't do that. It's gonna be incredibly awkward. Got it.
So
Fantastic.
what's our intro? What's the new intro now?
I feel like we need a little drum. I've actually got a little intro to play, bro. Now that I think about it, I could actually make that little strange little video, our intro. Please don't start watching yet until we have our video.
Close your eyes.
This is world-class podcasting right here. This is it. This is how we do. Okay, so it's playing on my end. Problem is this: I got to figure out how to get the sound going, dude. That's the biggest problem.
Oh, we got.
Whoa!
We got 4 views.
Yeah, boy. What I want to do is share this, and then we can have an intro, Rock. Oh no, that's not what I want to share at all.
There we go.
Where's this thing gone? It's so strange. Okay, anyway, no intro for today, I guess then. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, it doesn't want to let me share this video. Okay, fine, Zoom. Oh, here comes Warren King to save us from our agony. I'm trying to sort out the intro. What's happening? Yeah.
Have you told people that they can ask questions via the live chat, eh?
I haven't, but they can. If you're out there and you're listening, ask us a question. Warren's dead keen to answer all of your questions today.
Oh, Warren.
Back in action.
The prodigy.
Yeah, the prodigy.
The prodigy. I don't think you can be called the prodigy when you're like over 30.
Well, your shirt says otherwise.
Little BJ pen.
BJ the scrap pen, eh? BJ the...
Yes, dude, that oak loves getting themselves in... I think oak that gets in trouble more than BJ Penn is John Jones.
Oh, goodness. How is that oak in jail again, dude? Like, when do we say... I don't know.
Is he still there?
I think he is. Like, when do we say enough's enough? Doesn't matter if he's still there, though. He still got arrested for beating what was probably his wife and then a car. And we're like, yeah, okay, it's John Jones. Like, surely we should be taking away his license or something. Like,
that oak's such a live wire, dude. It's actually crazy.
How many times has he been arrested? This is like number 9 or number 7.
Yeah, well, let me find out.
I saw an article today where it was like, I think it was a newspaper or something in Quebec had posted a MMA star John Jones arrested, and they had a picture of DC.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh, classic. Yes, but Dana wasn't loving it. It's like, we can't even get this guy here for 12 hours for a Hall of Fame induction, and he's getting arrested.
A couple of people I know, they say like when you get into Las Vegas, like you just change until you leave. So maybe John Jones suffers with that same problem.
That has to be inside of you, though, boy. You can't just blame the area, which, you know, like, is it the air, the water? Like, there's something. It's in you. It's not like a switch. You can just be like, cool, I'm in Vegas now. I'm just gonna wreck stuff.
You reckon it could have anything to do with like cocaine, or you reckon it's like him straight up sober beating up people? And
it is 1,000,000% cocaine. It's that is the only viable answer. It's either cocaine,
strippers, booze,
or CTE, or a combination of all of the above.
This guy knows exactly. If you look at this mugshot, he's been here before. He's got a cheeky smile.
Yeah, that's cocaine in that picture, 1,000,000%. And I love that. Yeah, this picture, I love it when he's tuning the oak in a car. This was one of my favorites.
What car is that?
I don't know, but he is struggling to fit inside of it.
Oh, that's when the cop pulled him over.
He was speeding, I think. He was doing like ridiculous speeds.
I love how these oaks are like, you're pulling me over. Why aren't you pulling over all the other oaks? Because you're the only dude in a sports car traveling at like 200 km an hour. Obviously, I'm going to pull you over.
Everyone else is driving.
Like you're wired on cocaine.
Yeah, and there's a kilo of cocaine in your boot.
Yeah.
And
Or
also,
in you. There's a kilo of cocaine
Yeah.
in you. Like you've consumed 1 kilogram.
Oh man, I went down that rabbit hole of banged up abroad again.
Oh,
Oh
no.
man. There's new ones. There's new ones that a guy who was a DEA agent getting locked up in Mexico for murder for hire. Oh,
Yes.
it was amazing.
Have you watched the new Cocaine Cowboys on Netflix? The like little docu-series.
No? That
So-
sounds interesting.
Bro, it's
Oh
so
boy.
have you seen the original Cocaine
Warren,
Cowboys?
why weren't you at training the last 3 days? This is binging cocaine.
Just binging cocaine cowboys. Oh my goodness.
So like the original Cocaine Cowboys it's the same guy. He did Cocaine Cowboys 2, and now he's done a third one. It's about these two dudes who are like the biggest. They reckon were like the biggest importers of cocaine in Miami in the 70s or 80s or whatever it was.
Is this like a documentary or a real like series?
It's a documentary, but it's like one of those. It's broken up into like I think it's maybe 4 episodes or 6 episodes, like 45 minutes each. And like the guy who actually wrote them or produced them was on Joe Rogan the other day, and he was explaining. He's like, it's like the stories of cocaine in Miami are just never ending. It's just they could do this for the rest of eternity. Just make documentaries about these oaks were so hectic though, dude. And you go and watch it. You'll enjoy it, dude. It's thoroughly good. Thoroughly good.
Yeah.
I loved it. And the original Cocaine Cowboys is fantastic. It's all about how
I'm
like
definitely gonna watch that.
yeah, it all comes into like how they came in with the planes and how they did things, and like how Miami is literally still being built on drug money, which is very interesting. But you know, it is what it is.
Speaking of cocaine, did you see Connor
Us.
having a couple of digs at Volkanovski and
Yeah.
who else is he talking? I mean,
Nick,
he was on a rant.
he was talking about Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler, but he's like some people are like, oh, he chimes in and he was quite impressed. I'm like, he's obviously being facetious. I don't know. And then he's like, takes it to like dig it. He's like, yeah, Nate's boxing is piss compared to Nick Diaz. And just like, okay, okay, Connor. If you
Dude,
say
I'm so glad I didn't watch that Nick Diaz fight.
Dude, like I was like, when it ended, and even like during it, people were like, this is amazing. I'm like,
Are we watching the same fight?
Am I seeing something else? Because I think it looks terrible. I think Nick Diaz is scaring me. Like I'm very worried for his health and safety right now. Like
On the bits and pieces I saw, it looked like he didn't want to be there at all.
Dude, like it started off where he was completely shelled up for like, I don't know, it felt like eternity, but it was probably like the first minute. Honestly, I thought at that point he was just going to take a beating and get until he was TKO'd. I was like, this is so strange. And then then he started firing back, and then like he was throwing shots. He was definitely throwing shots back, but like, oh, look at this stuff, dude, that he's throwing, bro. Like, not even a paper bag would rip with the stuff that he's throwing, and people go crazy. And like they had these cool little exchanges, but I mean, it's like every bit of two guys way past their best and like just wearing it. Like Robbie Lawler still looked okay, but like look at that knee, dude. I thought he was gonna pull his duodenum when he threw that knee, and he threw it twice. I thought for sure this duodenum's gonna rip, dude. Like they're like going straight to the physio. They're gonna have to loosen that thing up a little bit.
How injured have you been? Well, injured enough to know the full anatomy of the knee. I know all of the things that can break.
That looked like he was gonna pull his poop string flat out, dude, when he threw that knee.
Dude.
Like, I mean, okay, the kick was a little bit better at least, but wowzers, my man. They were like this is the thing. So the whole appeal of the Diaz brothers is like these real fighters, and they are for the most part, and they don't really back down of stuff, and they're pretty hardcore, and they whatever. I'm like, the dude took a knee, bro. Like, let's just talk about this. That spinning back kick was my best. That looked like me throwing a spinning back kick. Look at this thing.
Oh my
ninja
goodness.
shit, boy.
No, but if that landed, bro,
so leave this, bro. So like from here, he just does this. He just shells up for like what seems like a lifetime. He just moves around and shells up. It's so strange, dude. This is so strange.
It doesn't look like he wanted to do this.
No, he definitely didn't want to do this, dude. Yeah. And he even like
Yeah,
says,
he
he's
wasn't
like, whoever
keen,
set
dude.
this up was an idiot. I was like, well, you agreed to it, pal. I had to break it to you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
Some heavy photoshopping went on for his poster photo.
those were 6 years. That was 6 years ago, man. Even his haircut's different. Bro, he didn't rock up for anything. He didn't rock up for media day. He didn't rock up for nothing, dude. He was just like, cool. Like, do you think that he really needed the money and he just got in there so he could get paid? Or I mean, he
Maybe,
probably
dude.
made a small chunk. Maybe we can check out the salaries there, Rock. Maybe that'll explain a few things.
That's what a lot of guys don't understand, right? Is that imagine you had this weird skill that people were going to pay you for, even though you're well past your prime in that skill, right? But they'll still pay you a pack a lot of money. Most folks would still keep doing whatever they do, you know,
Yeah.
like if you're a male stripper and you like got a dad bod and you like 50 years old, but chicks are still willing to pay for you to come strip for them. I'm sure Oaks would carry on doing it, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's the same for like the fighters. Like, yes, if someone waves $500,000 at you, like you're for sure gonna jump in there for that.
Yeah, for a few minutes work. Well, never mind the camp. Zoom in a bit there, Rock. Is that 411? Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah.
Look, dude, not the biggest payday, but definitely you're not going to complain
Hey,
about
bro,
that.
I'd be very happy with 411.
And a guy like Nick Diaz, I mean, it's pretty obvious what they're doing. Like they take the time to punt their own stuff, you know, like they've got that Represent brand, Game Up Nutrition, their gym. So it's a good marketing exercise. Plus, I would guess quite a bit of sponsors, and I'm pretty sure Uncle Dana hit him with the envelope under the table there as well to get him.
Oh yeah, guaranteed,
Just
bro.
a cheeky little Miami style envelope. Eh?
Yeah.
I reckon
John Jones got the same one. That's why I got arrested.
What did Volkanovski earn? 792.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh?
With pay-per-view points. It's not a bad day, bro.
Yeah.
Brian Ortega 332 to get his face kicked in. Is that
Hey, we called it, Lauren Murphy got paid to go get a concussion.
Bro.
Oh, 100. Would you get paid 132,000 to get a concussion? I would.
Yes, definitely.
I was like,
I just want to point out to all those people, you know who you are, who are telling me that Lauren Murphy's going to win, and I told you it's impossible. It's just never going to happen. I don't know.
Completely impossible.
I got told on Saturday morning. Not Saturday morning. Yeah, it was Saturday morning training to bet on Lauren Murphy, Anthony Joshua, and the South African rugby team to win.
Who told you that?
And none of those things Nope, none of those came true. They're like, yeah, you can win 100.
Who told you to do that? Did Guy tell you to do that?
No, it wasn't Guy.
It was a Guy, right?
It wasn't Guy. I'm telling you, it's not Guy.
Who was
and
it?
It was Monique. She was like, no, bet you can win 100,000 Rand on.
Thanks for throwing Monique under the bus there, bro. Jeepers. I won a cheeky $1,000 off of Betway on a half a punt there. I picked 8 fights actually to win $1,000. I mean, come on, Betway.
Yes, nice.
You can do better.
No way, it's 8 fights. You know how tough that is to get 8 fights right,
bro. In the UFC, that never.
I should have given you like 10K, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I think
they should have given you $1,000 and then an Uncle Dana salary under Uncle Dana envelope under the table.
Cash money, bro. Cash money. But I mean, like it was one of those cards where the favorites were quite obvious to a point. But I mean, they were obviously like low-paying favorites, so you didn't really win much. So I saw someone post a thing like, I just bet $25,000 on Shevchenko to win. I could win 25 cents.
Yeah,
seems about accurate.
But it was a wild weekend, to be honest, bro. Anthony Joshua did what boxing does and just fucked everything up because he refused to take the fight. Now he's lost again. Fuck me, bro.
Well, that's the point. That's
boxing
the
they just can't like. It's like, look, to be honest. And you know what my best is, bro? My favorite people, my favorite combat sports people. I love all of you. I love you very dearly. My favorite people are the people that start chiming. Yeah, I've been watching Usyk's whole career. I'm like, sorry? When were you? You've never heard of him till today. Please don't lie to me. No, we all in the same boat, Joe. Nobody knew who you was till now.
You have to love those guys.
Yeah, right? I've been watching him. I watched him come up. I think he's going to be one of the greatest. I'm like, I
was watching him on like the regional circuit coming up. You know, like you're like, no, you didn't,
dude.
You're a fucking liar.
I love those. Yeah, you're fucking lying right now, bro. Like, please don't do this. Don't do this. You maybe watched it. Maybe there was a countdown on HBO or something. That's what you saw. Other than that, you didn't know. Please stop it. You're embarrassing me. But we love them all the same.
But you know what was better than all the UFC, all the boxing, all that silly rugby stuff was WNO Championship. Who's number one was epic.
Bro, who's number one is so legit, dude. I can't get enough, dude. And you know what I like about it is like the full spec of how they're doing everything with the countdowns, with the little clips, with all of this stuff like that. It's so epic, dude.
They basically saw how the UFC did it for MMA, and they're like, sweet, no one's doing this for jiu-jitsu. We'll just hop on board and just literally copy them. They even had this thing called Off the Mat, which was like an embedded series of them picking up all the guys.
So cool, that was awesome. So cool.
Dude, the Ruotolo brothers walked out like $65,000 this weekend.
And
I mean, it's like a clean R1 million that they pocketed this weekend.
Dude.
And then like 18, surfing all day and doing jiu-jitsu in the evenings.
Not only the production stuff, the competition is really, really good, dude. It's so good, dude.
But you also have to laugh at you saw Amanda Levy take out Gabby.
Yeah.
And then she gets smoked 2 matches in a row afterwards. Yeah. She's literally just taking out the one chick that no one can beat. And then for the very next 2 matches, she loses. It's like the sports is crazy, bro. I mean, Amanda Levy's just coming off that big win at PFL. So this was meant to be her last jiu-jitsu thing before she moves over to MMA. And then and then it started so high and then ended pretty low. Like she literally couldn't do anything after that fight.
How sick is that rash guard? Yo.
Yeah, they're pretty
legit.
The Ruka one?
Yeah, Ruka, hit the podcast up with one each.
I'm an XL.
Listening.
30,000 for that win.
Dude,
the Ruka brothers just flew through everyone.
Straight to the surf shop.
Yeah, bro. You know that they're prepping for their transition to MMA. That's why they're doing combat jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So like a lot of guys are like dipping their toes in the water through combat jiu-jitsu to see if they can do the full transition. Like Cody Steele, he would have been in like WNO, but he's only focusing on combat jiu-jitsu and his amateur MMA career, and then doing a full transition to pro MMA.
Do you think there's going to be a time when we see this sort of competition, but in a gi?
I think the only reason we're seeing this type of competition is because it's not in a gi.
Yeah.
The problem is that in a gi, the fights are often a lot slower.
Slower, yeah.
And there's often a lot more techniques that people don't understand when watching a gi. Like they don't understand like gripping, and they don't understand like it's difficult to explain to someone like how a reverse De La Riva works. Like at least there's a lot of wrestling which is like for like non-jiu-jitsu guys, it's easy for them to digest, you know.
Sure.
Whereas I think with like gi, it's like a lot, you know. It's like gi is significantly more technical in that element. I'm not saying that a gi world champion's a better jiu-jitsu player than a no-gi world champion, but what I am saying is that the technique is so much more complex in certain aspects that it's difficult for non-jiu-jitsu guys to really watch that. I'll be honest with you, I love jiu-jitsu. Sometimes I struggle to watch gi jiu-jitsu, you know. It's just oaks pull guard, double guard pull, 50-50, and they sit there for like 10 minutes, and it's like, okay.
Justin Ferrier says, gi is like test cricket, no gi is like T20.
Great analogy there, Juffy.
That is exactly it. That is it.
But it is like everything in sports is being set on high pace. Like the higher the pace, the better. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Spans are so much shorter now.
Yeah. Especially mine.
Like I don't know how I ever watched test cricket. Like I'll be honest with you, bro. Like I remember when growing up, like my dad and I would sit and watch
best thing
cricket.
ever, bro.
It's like 5 days of just watching one game, bro. It's like now I think about it, I'm like, yes, what a waste of 5 days. And then like now because you've had T20, now like watching a full ODI, you're like, oh, I'll catch like half of it maybe.
But it's
Like
also
your attention spans will just drop, dude.
it's also had an effect on the game though. Like, and I think that you're gonna see that in eventually if the geese kind of competition makes like a full 360 and the same kind of guys have been prolific in no gi start doing stuff in gi again. I think you'll start like not to say that cricket's the same thing. That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying we're going back to 5 days.
No, but like if you watch modern day test cricket, like it never goes to 5 days, like hardly ever. Because the guys just can't like they just don't have it in them anymore to stand there all day. They just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
So you get like these low scoring games that are over like in 3 days. And that's the effect of T20 cricket. I reckon maybe like high paced gi. What if we just wore like just gi pants? Like a hybrid.
Eddie Bravo style.
Yeah,
Eddie Bravo style.
please
Yeah,
no.
dude.
Just
Bro,
get
just
those guys who are
pants and a rash
dedicated to their no-gi training, but they won't put no-gi gear on. They'll just wear their gi pants and a rash. Or no, their gi pants and a t-shirt. That's my favorite
The
one.
problem is if you're wearing gi pants, I'm gonna grab him. There's grip there.
dude, I had this argument with someone
that's
this
what's gonna
weekend,
happen.
right? So Taffy, like Devet, myself, and Rock were rolling on the side, and then we stopped. And then Taffy, who's like hardcore gear only, he came and he wanted to roll me. So he gripped me. I was in no gear tie, he was in gear tie, and I gripped his gi. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Bro, you're wearing a gi. I'm gonna grab it, right? There's
rules
no
of the
reason
street,
to wear
bro.
a gi unless I can grab it."
Yeah.
So he's like, "No, you can't grab it." I was like, "Bro, like you're
Yeah,
wearing a gi.
yeah,
Like why? Like when the Oaks walked in their gi in the UFC, they were allowed to grip it. You can wear a gi in ADCC, but then people are allowed to grab your gi. You know that."
You can't play subconscious no gi, but you can't be like, I'm wearing a gi, but I need to pretend that I'm not wearing a gi and we're gonna do no gi.
Yeah, because
just,
I mean that's like the ultimate, right? Is like you can wear a gi and the slippery factor is not a factor anymore, and you can do your shit. So yeah, I was like, if you don't want me to grab it, take it off.
very simple. If you're wearing gi pants and it's either no gi or it's gi. It's simple. Can't do both.
Yeah. Speaking of
Speaking of,
tournaments, oh snap!
No, you go, Warren. You go. Go.
I was gonna say there's Submission Kings this weekend.
Yes, sir. In the what do the Durban people say?
In the 031.
In the 031, boy. We're coming. We're coming to the 031. We're not on
How's
the
the entries looking?
not too bad. But I've been informed by my esteemed Durban colleagues that Durban people are very late to the party.
I can believe it. I lived there for like 3 years as an adult, and it was
So this is not
things take so much
updated.
longer in Durban.
Compliments of young William Oberholzer. I think there's about just over 60 entrants now, something like that. Yeah. The little word on the street is, hey, is that go up there? Hey, Justin Nika. Nice. Word on the street is we're gonna try squeeze in one more event this year.
In the 011, hopefully.
Please make it in the 011.
In the 011. That's
Oh,
what we're thinking right now.
Well, the last Johannesburg event
Division's
like
pretty stacked, eh?
Hit like 350 entries.
Oh no,
more
that's
than
too many.
350. I think we're close to 400. I think, eh?
That's too many for me. That scares me. Sub 100 is that white belt?
Kids division, I think. Oh no, it's not.
Sub
Kids
100
division,
kids,
sub 100
bro.
fuck, bro. Jeez, like on all the pup and face, eh? Jeez.
Gracie Baja, Kempton, Carlson, Gracie.
I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Eastern. I saw Eastern saying that they were. It was fight week for them. But
Bit of a squad coming through. Yeah. Also late, I think, late to the party. Hey, young Logan, is he still coming?
No, he won't
I don't
be
think so.
attending.
And his division's decked out now.
It is, eh? No, but his division. He was the one person that did put up a fight about us not going down. He really wanted to come. So I said he can compete, but I mean to fly down to corner one oak.
I'll corner him. He'll be fine.
When you leaving?
Thursday.
Okay.
Actually, Saturday. Don't tell you when I'm there on Thursday.
Driving down.
No. We're flying.
Oh, okay.
The kids, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking 2 kids in the car just yet. One's got to get a little bit bigger.
Bro, my kids were. I must give them credit. They were awesome. They are awesome with traveling.
You gave them Apodol.
I wish I could even claim that, dude. Literally, like they literally just get in the car, they chill out, they do their thing, and then about 10 minutes away, they're like, "Are we there?" No, we're not there, and then we're there, and then that's the end of it.
That sounds like the
You
perfect.
should have more faith in your kids, dude.
I should. But
Yeah, I think when we did the Nasna trip, your kids asked, "Are we there yet?" Once, I think the whole
Dude,
time.
and that's bro. I
And you
was
gave
the
them up
worst
at all.
traveler then. I was worse than them at the Naza. That Naza trip's long, bro.
Yeah, that's a long drive, dude. That's a super
There's
long drive.
desert for like 2/3 of it.
Dessert.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Volkanovski Ortega? Ortega can't keep fighting like that, dude. Whoa.
No worries, bro. Problem is that Ortega,
Get us
every
some
time he
picks,
gets into
Raw.
a title fight, he has
Getting
like
it up.
these absolute wars, and you only have a handful of those type of wars in you. And I think that yeah, it's definitely not good for his longevity in his career. I mean, he's talking about doing rerunning the table to like get back to that shot. I was like,
So I
That is
wanted
gonna
to ask
definitely-
you, and that's a. I thought I'm loving that wrestling mat tattoo on that dude's chest. It's so great, bro. It's like the home rollout mat, bro. It's perfect. I wanted to ask you, do you think Brian Ortega at like that really, really upper echelon level, like obviously against Korean Zombie, he looked amazing. But like, I mean,
Yeah.
Korean Zombie, top 5, top 10, never really quite got to that title shot. You know, he's there, but he's just not there. Volkanovski, Holloway, perhaps the beat, maybe even Calvin Cater to an extent, like really, really high level. Do you feel like Brian Ortega is maybe just not there, and his toughness like kind of just carries him through, but like skill for skill, he kind of, I mean, obviously I'm making a bold claim here, but I'm trying to figure out, is he just like one step behind and his toughness carries him through, or it's just kind of just a war style fight?
So like, I think that Volkanovski and Holloway are so significantly far ahead of the rest of the pack at featherweight, and I would include Zabit in that, but he's very inactive, so like you can't really throw him in the mix at the moment. But I think like those two guys are just so far ahead of everyone else at featherweight. And then like you got guys like Yair and Korean Zombie, and those guys are like even Calvin Kata, and there's a couple of like really good guys like just below them. But I mean, you just have to believe. You have to. It's so evident they're so far ahead of these guys. Whenever Max fights anyone that isn't Volkanovski, it's an absolute smoke show.
Yeah.
And then like anytime when Volkanovski was coming up, every time it was like, oh, he's the underdog, and then he absolutely murders the guy that he's fighting.
Such record.
Yeah, dude, he's on a 25 win streak. Bro, and like very important here, like 25 win streak. Look how he came in, bro. Shane Young. Okay, I mean Shane Young was still.
It's no Khabib record where he's fighting like these tin cans up to the
go
top.
up there, bro. Darren Elkins, horrible fight. Chad Mendes, horrible fight. Jose Aldo, Max Holloway twice, Brian Ortega. Dude, that's literally, it's the who's who of the division. But like he's
yeah. Well, two of those guys are classified as the featherweight goats. You know, like there's always that argument: who's the goat, Max Holloway or Jose Aldo? And this one cleaned up both of them.
Listen,
and
check the record.
No one throws them in that flipping conversation.
It's so crazy.
Check the records of the people he's fighting. Like 16-3, 15-9, 5 and okay, 6.
Wooden Young fight week 2, bro. Like I don't know, bro.
Okay, but check once he hits. Yeah, he's not fighting Khabib style tin cans. You know.
Yeah, dude.
How dare you, Rock? Bro,
he's trying to get you to bite.
How dare you? This is the what you said there, Warren. Is such a crazy thing. I think Volkanovski will always be one of those guys who will just like he'll always skate through. So underrated. You know what I mean? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of what's going on there. People are throwing shade at Justin Ferrier. Come on, Jason. But you know, like after that, like I've always been. I can't say I've been the biggest fan, but I'm definitely not a hater on Volkanovski. But like I felt like he lost it second. The first Holloway fight, I was like, okay, cool. I think you can have that one. The second one, I wasn't so sure. I was like, I don't know about that. And I was hoping they were going to do that rematch again, but like I understand, like we've seen it twice, like we can't see it again straight away. You know what I mean?
Although
Like,
he's saying that whoever wins between Max and Yair, he's happy to fight, and he thinks Max is going to win again, and he's happy to do the trilogy.
no, for sure. He has to, bro. I think he's the kind of guy, and I feel like if he really wants to put his name in the stars, he has to stop Max, and that's gonna be the time where everyone's gonna be like, okay. But listen, man, that was so technical in the first 2 rounds. The third round was just fucking bananas. That guillotine was so tight, bro. If you see that picture, how tight. When people ask me how did he escape, he panicked. It's literally he went flat out panic, and that's how he got out.
Dude, what's very interesting, man. I saw Bezzy had a question there. What happened there with that doctor intervention there in the 4th round?
Yeah.
By the rules, from what I understand, because his corner was able to assist him, and he couldn't actually answer all the doctor's questions correctly.
Should have stopped.
Like, from what I understand, it should have been a stoppage in round 4 already.
Yeah.
Imagine you go out and you lose in round 4, round 5 after this controversial situation.
Yeah. So in the beginning of that doctor's questioning, I thought it was done, because it kind of looked like they were asking, do you want to continue? And it's kind of like he didn't answer the question. He needed a second to think about it. And it was quite funny, because it was one of those situations where you're like, should you be sending him back out there? Like I wasn't. I'm like, I don't know. I think someone
should you be asking the fight? Should you be asking the fighter whether he wants to continue? I think all the guys at that level, I mean, barring our
Nick Diaz,
bantamweight champion, all those oaks would be like, I can still fight. I can still fight. No problem. But then, surely you should have a cornerman in there to be questioned whether or not they feel he's able to continue.
But this is one of
no
those.
one ever says no, I can't fight.
This is one of those crazy examples of both sides, because I honestly would have been happy if his corner threw in the towel at the end of the 4th. That being said, in the 5th round, he turned it up, he really turned it up, and I was like, well, okay, he's obviously fine, because I mean, fuck, he's putting hands on the man. It was one of those weird ones, dude. It was such a great fight. I was going crazy. My house was not happy with me. It was a wild
At least
fight.
it was 7 o'clock in the morning already.
Yeah.
So I have no excuses.
Yeah. It was a good fight. I saw you were hanging around on that Hooker versus Nasperat fight. That's going to be, I'm going to actually take a photo of those 2 guys, and I'm going to take them to every EFC weigh-in from now on. For everyone that misses weight, I'm just going to hold it up in their face.
Dude, they were literally traveling during their weight cuts, dude. And not traveling a couple of days out from the weight cuts. They were literally arriving just before the weigh-ins.
Nasperat left Germany. He posted a thing. He got his visa. He had to drive 5 hours from wherever he was. He did the same kind of thing, put the pressure, got the booking, drove 5 hours from where he was in Germany to go stay on that picture, bro. Go back there, Rook. I'll bring that up now. And posted a picture of him with a visa saying that he weighs in 32 hours. He had to leave from Germany to Vegas and weigh in 32 hours.
Yes, he did. That's madness, bro.
That's like an 8-hour, 9-hour time difference, a 16-hour flight. So he would have been there with 16 hours, no sleep to make the weight. Look, I'm sure Ali Abdelaziz put him on a plane he could have a decent sleep on, to be honest, but still.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the UFC look after you if you pushing that hard to give you direct flights, give you
those
business class flights.
Those oaks definitely went home with a note. Go the next picture, Rock. Look at this. Look at Sterling. It's like he's begging for Dana's signature.
Yeah, dude. But Sterling's the unwanted champion, right? No one believes he's the champion. No one treats him like the champion. And remember, he was only a day or two. This is only a day or two after him pulling out of the 267 title bout.
Yeah.
He looks healthy to me. He looks like he's ready to
Uncle Dana wasn't impressed.
So I saw a thing today. I think ESPN put it out, and they were saying that that he wasn't medically cleared by the UFC's doctors to compete. But I mean, like, sounds like a PR. I don't know, man. The thing about this, it's like a conspiracy theory, is that hundreds of people said that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? Hundreds of people said it would happen. Like, he's not going to take the fight. Like, he's going to pull out. Dude, I've got about
He put out a fight in the fight.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. I've got about 12 messages of people saying the same thing to me when this fight was announced. Guaranteed he pulls out. And now it's happened. You know what I mean? Now you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, GSP here.
Yeah, dude.
My
George
man.
St. Pierre.
Yeah, George St. Pierre. What a guy. He was there cornering Nazareth. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is Nazareth from TriStar? Or was he just like...
He trains in Germany, not at UFD. You can see he doesn't have the build.
Although Marlon looks like he was trying to UFD there.
Yeah.
That
was also wild, bro. Marab got dropped.
Very interesting that City Kickboxing is relocating to the US.
Did you hear that, dude? I heard him talk about that on the
madness,
broadcast. Because they, like, in New Zealand, the whole world's going to move to the US soon, bro. Because nobody wants to deal with COVID.
Dan Hooker was saying that he had like over 11 interactions with police coming either to the gym, to his house, threatening to arrest him. They said that they could live in the gym and train in the gym. Then they said they can't do that anymore. It was an absolute shit show.
So silly, dude.
They're pulling out of New Zealand until New Zealand goes back to normal, dude. I mean, that's pretty hectic, bro. Like,
check it, GSP hair.
GSP
there, dude.
for sure don't do that.
Hey, what is that? Who said it would be a good idea?
He combed it forward and then gave it a little bit of a cow's lick in the front.
Yeah, what do they call? What they used to call that stuff back in there? Brill cream, bro. Hit him with some brill cream.
Although you go tell him to his face that he should change it.
I'll tell him straight. Please don't use brill cream in your hair. Yeah, brill cream and one of those sock combs, bro. You whack that thing flat out.
Apparently, he's going to be spending quite a bit of time in Austin, Texas now, huh?
Everybody,
the new wave jiu-jitsu. Bro, new wave jiu-jitsu, right? Their first outing as a new team went 0-4 this weekend.
Oof.
What a start to a new era. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited to see them versus B Team Jiu-Jitsu.
Actually, they went 0-5. They went 0-5 because Damian Anderson lost twice and Giancarlo Bodoni lost 3 times.
Isn't they're all going to be in Texas now? Isn't the B team there now as well?
Yeah, the B team have over 115 registered members, all purple belt and higher.
Yeah, I saw them put out a thing about like their rules for joining has to be purple belt to higher. So
that's madness, bro. Peyton and Luke get there in like a week or so's time.
Is that they're going to Texas, eh?
Yeah, they're going to Austin, but they training at New Wave, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, nice.
With John and
they're going to be competing in the Nogi Worlds, the two of them, eh?
Yep, that's correct.
That's epic.
They provided they can get into America, because America's still being weird. But I think as of the 1st of October, there's no more travel ban for America. I think they lift all their travel bans.
Yeah, it was last week that Nicky Rodriguez basically said that he wants to fight old.
Yes, he was throwing some heavy shade at Gordon. Hey, he was like, he said he thinks that Gordon has always been fit enough to compete, but that when training gets tough, some guys dig down and train harder, and Gordon opted not to. Something along those lines.
So I powerful cell phone pouch there, John Danaher.
Why does no one just like come out and say he's just a bit weird, this guy?
Everyone
why is he always why is he so weird? Why
Gordon Wright.
This
John Danaher.
This guy.
Yeah, he's
weird.
Very strange, bro. He likes to give people knives. That's what he does. He's like, cool, I like you. Here's a knife. He's very strange. He's legitimately an alien. He's not from here. Like, jiu-jitsu was just an experiment that the aliens made, and they sent him to make sure. But like,
if I saw my friend just wearing rash guards out in public, I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I'll sponsor you some t-shirts."
Have you heard that he's even got like a smart one for like if he goes on a date or something?
He wore a rash guard to a wedding the other
Yeah,
day.
what a gangster.
What? No, man.
To I think it was Caitlin Chukogian's wedding, or
Gangster.
someone
Bro.
like that.
So here's the question. I mean, obviously they separated. Has it come out properly about like what actually happened? They obviously had too much team dynamics.
Well, Nicky Rod, there's a podcast where Nicky Rod's being interviewed by Jacob something, I can't remember. But he basically said that the main problem was that a lot of guys had an issue with one individual in the team. And his words were that if there's poison in the team, you have to cut it off at the head. And basically everything he mentioned referred to the idea that Gordon's role in the team was very toxic. And
But
they've all decided to move along.
you can kind of see that though. Like Gordon could definitely be that guy for sure.
My man, someone makes me move to fucking Puerto Rico and then tells me we're moving to Austin, Texas afterwards. I'd also time to get to foot sack.
Also, like, but like, can you like John Danaher is what makes that though. That's the strange one. You know what I mean? Like, cool. What do you do now? Like,
Well, the problem is that all these things are coming out now, and the guys are saying that while John's an amazing coach, that a lot of the stuff that they did was from each other. Like they developed their game from each other, people helping with various things. And they all keep saying that Nicky Ryan's like the next like John Danaher, like in terms of coaching, and that he's the best grappler in the world in the training room. So it's like that it seems like there's no issues that they're leaving old John behind. So
Nicky Rod versus Gordon Ryan is going to be the biggest fight in jiu-jitsu history, basically.
Well, Nicky Rod's got an automatic invite to the next ADCC, and Gordon's moving up one weight category, so they will be in the same weight category for the next ADCC.
So
if they allow
Craig
Gordon,
Jones,
yeah, that's what I want to say,
Gordon
because they were trying to figure that one out, because he wanted to enter in the brackets, in his bracket, and then do the super fight.
Yeah,
and they weren't letting him do that.
Yeah, bro, he's got Mo Jessim so deep in his pocket, dude. I'm almost 100% sure he'll make it happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, bro.
If your job is to sell views, bro, why wouldn't you? But
the only risk you run is that if Gordon loses earlier on in the tournament, that super fight doesn't become as big of an event, you know?
I don't know. I think they've made it. It's big regardless. Yeah. I think Gordon's doing himself a disservice, but like he obviously really wants to like fucking like embarrass El Galva, you know what I mean? Like say like, oh fuck, I just whooped all of these kids' asses and I'm coming for you and your curly hair.
Yeah. Well, I think for this instance it makes sense that you let him fight the brackets and the super fight, because the super fight's actually built around the animosity between the two of them.
Yeah.
Whereas the super fight previously is built around the fact of who is the greatest Nogi grappler in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
But like no one's really interested in that at the moment. They're interested in seeing Gordon fight Galvao just because there's
the beef,
so much bad blood there.
The thing is though, imagine being Gordon Ryan and then by chance you end up facing like Craig Jones and then a guy like Nicky Rod, and then you still have to go face Andre Galvao.
Imagine you get injured and then the super fight's off, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's like so many like issues there.
Pick your battles, because by rights, if he wins the super fight and let's say Nicky Rod wins the absolute, then they would compete the next year anyway.
Yeah. But Nicky Rod said he wants to fight Gordon. Like that's been his whole goal, is to fight Gordon. So interesting times.
Things are getting serious over there.
Yeah, bro.
In Texas.
I think everyone thought it was a joke at first, you know, like
so I
thought they're just fucking around. Like you guys are all gonna move to Texas together, but you guys aren't gonna be in the same team. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Or you could move anywhere in the world. And I mean, like, you know, like Austin isn't like a massive city. It's like the size of Pretoria, right? It's not like, you're not talking like New York with a dense population that can warrant having like Alliance headquarters, Henzo Gracie, New York, Marcelo, all these guys. Like Austin's got a shit ton of guys in that small space. I mean, Shanji Hibero is just opening a gym now in Austin. They got New Wave, Plan B. They've got a Brazilian Fight Factory there. They got Paragon Jiu-Jitsu's headquarters are there. They there's like so many guys that work out of Austin already. It's peculiar that such a small town is going to have so many powerhouse competition teams. But I suppose that's what happens when your biggest promoter is based in Austin.
Yeah.
Team Jiu-Jitsu post still second place. This guy says Mexican ground karate beats Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. It's confirmed.
That Mexican ground karate t-shirt is pretty cool, dude.
I need one.
Yeah, I also need one
pretty badly.
The
Rock, just so you know, there was a question that you missed, maybe two.
Where?
Simamkele Matisi. I think he's just making a comment. Actually, I'm like, Ortega has now lost twice in the division. He's not getting easier. He has a chance at lightweight. I don't know. Guys are pretty fucking big at lightweight.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. Is like moving up a division isn't a joke. There's a whole new range of factors that you have to try and
bro. And like Ortega's like again, I'm definitely the last person to be making body jokes. But Ortega's like skinny fat. You know what I mean? Like he's not like. Oh, I love the leopard print. He should not be. I think he should stay exactly where he is. I think he needs to start figuring out a way to getting back to the jiu-jitsu. I think he's fallen in love with the striking, and I think it's to his detriment. His strength is obviously his jiu-jitsu, and his striking's come a long way. He's got to figure out how he pieces that together. I think he lacks wrestling. I think his wrestling is not up there just yet. I think he's got to figure out a way that in those exchanges he finds a way to like shoot his shot, or like engaging like the body lock and that kind of thing, and use a cage, a bit of cage wrestling, and like get it to the ground and really like dominate in jiu-jitsu, or like at least make that a threat. So it's like guys aren't even worried about it at the moment. They're just like, I mean, you've got a guy like Volkanovski who throws a volume of kicks. He wasn't even stressed about it. He's like, well, this dude's obviously not going to take me down, so I'm just going to keep throwing it. That's a strange one for me, man. I'm like, you have this thing here that you're in that division, you're miles apart from everybody else, and you're just not going to use it. You're just going to, it's like, cool, if it goes there, it goes there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, that's so strange to me, man. So strange to me. What are we looking at? Is this their rules?
Oh, this is the BJJ social skills by ADCC medalist and top 1% on OnlyFans, Craig Jones.
Dude, I love this guy.
You're a 45-year-old white man.
Like,
if your training gear smells, you shouldn't contemplate new detergent. Contemplate suicide. If you sit around out, just go straight home. Don't say goodbye. Don't even use the shower. The shower isn't for people like you.
Dude, I sent an Oak home the one time that he kept wanting to sit out. I was like, you've sat out 2 rounds now. He's like, yo, I've got this injury. And I was like, just leave, bro. Like, train.
Yeah, listen, like, if you're injured, it's done. So just stop. Oh, I've got to come test my knee out, boys. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we're going to have to.
You're coming next week.
I don't know about next week, boy. I'm pushing it, but I'm coming.
Confirmed. I was coming back next week.
You got a busy 2 weeks. You got South Kings in Durban. Then you've got Quintet next week in Joburg.
And then I'm a free
You're a
man.
busy man.
And then I'm a freer man. I'm going to say.
We have to go buy some little firearm somewhere in there.
Oh, yes, boy. Glocktober, my friend.
Glocktober.
Back away. Baby. I must call my bank manager and tell them, there's a limit when you see that thing burning. Cut me off, please.
Oh, man. We're going straight to the expensive stuff.
I actually got offered a Beretta shotgun the other day. A friend of mine's
1301 tactical.
I don't know what it is, dude. It's old. He's
the A300, I think.
He's had it in storage. He's like shot it once, and they're immigrating. And he's like, if you can just pay the storage, and Bob's your uncle. Like, sounds pretty good to me.
You said yes.
Yeah, of course I said yes. What do you think I said? Like, nah, I'm fine. Fuck it, bro. We're gonna sort that right out.
Yes, bro. That is a win, China.
And then I'm gonna.
That is epic.
Can you put a silence on a shotgun so I can shoot things in my garden?
Nope.
Come on, man. Surely somebody can do
that. You can, but your functional AR and then buy a little toy 2 AR that you can silence and then go shooting your black girl.
Check this out. Oof, it's nice.
That's nice. You see, the Olight store is having a sale for the next.
Yeah.
I want a keyring, and because I want a keyring, I get one of the free torch. You know, they have that free torch with it, whatever purchase you get. So I want a keyring and a torch.
I want that exact gun.
Did you purchase something or did you just win that?
No, I just won the keyring. So by the keyring gets added to your cart, so it picks up that you bought something. So then they give me a torch. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
But how did you win something without buying something?
Because you just go do the like Wheel of Fortune thing that they
go up there to the one with
nice.
the red rubber stop. No, go back with the red stop at the bottom.
This
there.
one.
Yeah, this one here.
Oof. Oh,
not so much about the red,
bro. Sure this one's got your name on it, dude. No.
Pew pew. This dude's t-shirt. Pew pew. What a legend.
Hey, that looks like it's got Al's name on it, even, eh?
It does, eh?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a picture later with my name on it. Wowzers. Hope there's no anti-gun people watching this.
Oh man.
Dude, what is that? Is that a SIG?
That's a FN 509 tactical.
I should have known.
Hey, we can organize one of those for you. There's one on the sale right now.
That thing is ridiculous.
Apparently, it's seriously
dude,
epic.
that extended mag is gonna cause chaos in your pants. It's just what I want to tell you. It's gonna be everywhere, my bro. It's gonna be all over you. When you're driving, it's gonna be like this. It's just gonna be stabbing you in places you don't want it to stab. That's definitely gonna have to live in your safe.
Yeah, you just have the normal mag when you appendix carrying, and then you have that little extended one just in the side of your door there. You know?
Rourke, in the middle, go down. You see, people just get ridiculous. So like from straight down from the red butt. Yeah, look at this thing, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, that's slick.
Oh,
that is crazy, bro.
Hey, Rourke, just look up Glock 17 French military.
Yes, we are in the reeds now, boy.
No, my boy. This is what you might want. I
think I've seen this. Didn't you send a picture of this other day?
Oh,
yeah, I did.
This one.
He can't spell military.
Yo.
I forget it.
Yo. That is what I want. I've got a Glock 17 already, but I need that one.
No, man.
Stop hitting us with the videos, bro.
Boys, this podcast definitely isn't being monetized after our little delve into
No. Rourke.
We can get on to we can talk about COVID vaccines if you want. We can really put it
please don't do that, Rourke. Please don't do that. We're gonna get kicked right off. But listen.
Guy Lazarus says he needs you to come to training next week because he needs a big guy to draw with.
So you want the fattest guy? We're literally like 100 kilos between us. Ooh.
Guys ready for you.
Why do you get that gun, dude? It sounds like someone's breaking into your house.
That's the guy breaking in, heard us talking about guns and decided to exit.
He was watching the podcast live.
Bring up that meme with Steve Carell.
Which one?
When you hear...
Yes, hold on. I'm gonna find.
This is the best. Oh man, we're gonna be so lucky if anyone gets to watch this after all this bullshit we're going down. Yeah.
Guy, come to my secret dojo, bro.
Oh, that looks like a rape cave.
Hey, bro, we're out. That's it. We're done. Cool, boys, it's been real.
Wait. Yeah.
Rourke's got a meme for everyone.
This is a secret dojo, guy. Don't listen to these guys. You know who that is? That's Richie Kwan, my friend.
Oh yeah. Oh man. The other day there was there was like something happened at the Turkish restaurant up there about the gym. No, it was that Rolex transaction or whatever. Yeah. Rich was so cross that he was in the Woodies at that time. He was so angry at himself.
Bad placement, but wrong place at the wrong time.
He's one opportunity and he was in Woolies.
Oh, classic.
And he was he's often in that restaurant, right?
Yeah.
He cocked it up that day. I bet you was buying tea or something silly.
Ah.
I love this guy known as hearing a downstairs window break at one.
Oh man.
Anyways, boys, thanks for
Sounds
chiming in.
lekker.
All of our esteemed friends on Facebook. Hope you're enjoying the live feed. It's pretty cool. It keeps us on our toes. We didn't speak about Santos versus who's it? Is it Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker this weekend? The rest of the cards a bit of a doozy, I think, but cool main event. But yeah, fights.
I even lined it up before we started, and then
Oh, sorry. We'll have a quick one.
look at this.
Kevin Holland, Kyle Dorcas. That's a cool fight. Nico Price, Alex Oliveira. Oh, it's not a bit of Misha Serkinov versus Christoph Jotko. I'll take it back.
Misha's looking different, eh?
Yeah, looking like he's got a bit of a Tito or bit of a Tito Ortiz going on there, bro.
She also changed their last name to Serkinov.
Aspen Ladd,
versus
Macy
Messi.
Chiasson. That's a good fight. Alex Hernandez.
That was a reschedule though, huh? Because
Yeah,
Macy got the vid.
Good little card that. Oh yeah, shame. Also, we missed old Manon Fiorot this weekend. I didn't see if she got it or her opponent got it.
Did she win?
No, the COVID protocols, the fight got canned. Like in fight
Oh.
week, I think. Yeah, a bit of a cuck one. I think it's also being rescheduled. But yeah, good weekend. Decent weekend coming up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll chat to you soon. Peace.
Ciao, guys.
Cheers.